one fine. Yeah, that's right. All right. By the way, did you notice this is such a beautiful, nice day here? 70 degrees with a little bit breeze. Really nice. I tried to finish quickly so we can all enjoy the weather. Right. First, my name is Michael Lee. Okay, very, very popular first name and very, very popular last name. However, I'm not popular. Today we're going to talk about notes on the SAT preparation. All right. Everybody heard the SAT before. What SAT looks like? Well, first of all, we have to talk about what was the test on the SAT math, regular SAT math. Let's look at the surroundings. So SAT has a subject test called the level 2 test. Well, the coverage will be on pre-calculus and the math analysis. Don't worry. Well, either one will be fine. However, there's another one called the SAT subject test level 1. I do not know anybody in the U.S. will take this test. Perhaps this one's for the international student. But yes, I did teach this before. This one is basically algebra do trick. Algebra do trick, the answer right there. So the difference between these two, this one is more flexible, covering wider range. Do you have a pointer? Did the pointer work here? Yeah. How does it work? Ah, yeah, this one. Well, they cover wider range. However, this one is more mathematical. The question is shorter, but really mathematical. Right. But you don't have to worry about that. You are not going to take it. Don't worry about that. Your children is going to take this one, and one of this or both. Doesn't matter, right? So okay. This is taking algebra 2. How about the competitive one, ACT? ACT, you just need algebra 2. See, some people say, oh, algebra 2, but I remember ACT they also test trigonometry. Don't get me wrong, regular algebra 2, they also cover trigonometry, also cover probability, they also cover statistics. It's everything covered in algebra 2. The difference between A to T, algebra 2 trig, and the regular algebra 2 is the mathematical level are different. Well, algebra 2 trig is usually like one-step or two-step math. However, algebra 2 trigonometry, this one, it takes more than 2 steps to solve a question. So what I'm trying to tell you is ACT math and ACT math doesn't require heavy math skill. You just needed to know the basics. Well, same thing here. I emphasize this one. This one also, so you learn algebra 2 regular, you also learn trigonometry. No big deal, right? Okay, let's see what's happened next one. All right, this is regular SAT test. Well, it's called the redesigned SAT test. Of course, they have the reading section, writing section, and the math. Math has 2 sections, section 3 and section 4. Well, we're not talking about the reading or writing, talking about math now. The math section, well, first of all, section 3. Section 3 will be no calculator. Right, only 20 questions, but you only have 25 minutes to complete. Among the 20 questions, 15 are multiple choices. Well, 1/4 means 1 right answer among the 4 options. Well, 4 answers there, only 1's right. Well, there must be 1, right? And the last 5 are grouped in. That means you have to calculate a little bit and put in your number on the nice little spot. That's how they grade it. How about the second one? Section 4. Section 4 is the calculator section, right? We have 38 questions, 55 minutes. Well, time is really tight, right? 30 multiple choices, the same thing as before. 4 answers, only 1 right, and 8 groupings. Okay. What is one? Oh, by the way, the good news. Not unlike before. This time, there's no penalty for guessing wrong. So you're welcome to guess an answer. Don't worry about that. Just like I think the ACT does the same thing. They don't care you guess wrong. All right. Oh, that's too early. So sounds like we know what's going on for the SAT math. It's easy math. The subjects are really really, how do we say that? Subject really in a harmonic environment should be easy to handle. But the problem is, we have to go back a little bit. Problem is the difference between SAT and ACT. There's a big difference. SAT question, they emphasize on how you read the question, how you process the question, how you handle it. While ACT math is emphasizing on the mathematical scale, more straightforward. Well, if you take an SAT, just be careful, right? Because the question might be really alarming. ACT, however, you need a stronger mathematical scale, but a lot of students say they prefer to take ACT rather than SAT math. But this is an illusion, because ACT has another section called the science topic. That one is really a killer. So I would suggest, before you decide which one to take, give them 2 practice tests and let them practice on it, see which one fits them. I really cannot tell which one fits your children better, all right? So you have to do that by yourself. All right, so give an example what the ACT question looks like. This is the ACT question. It's a huge topic. How can you finish that in such a short time? Or there are some skills. When you do more practice, you know how to handle questions like this. You know how to read, you know how to handle. If you don't practice this one, I guarantee you, it's really hard for you. Even the mathematical level is low, but the question is hard to answer. Right? Well, the other type of question is not long, but they have a huge chart or table. Oh, you have to spend a lot of time to do it. But just be careful. Yeah, it can be really harming. Well, by now, you probably think maybe we should do more practice tests. If that's correct. Do we have a sample test available? Yes. Let's see this one. Okay. The sample test, all you have to do is to go to, you can Google it. Search for the words free college board SAT practice test. Well, on the web, College Board published 8 of them, including the question, including the answer sheet, and all the answers. Yeah, you have to take them out. You have to print it out. Well, I suggest, it's huge. I suggest you use a double page or a dual page to save some trees. All right? Just print it out and give to your children. Let them practice on it. You must take the practice test before you start. Right? Well, if you heard the word, say your child says, "Oh, I will," just be careful. Usually, when they say they will, it means that they are not going to do now. All right? So just be careful. All right? I want to see action. I don't want to take their promise. I want to see action. All right? So that's the one thing you have to, as a parent, you have to pay attention to that. There's a difference when they say "I will." Okay? During the practice test, you have to follow a few rules. Well, the student should follow a few rules. First of all, you can use any kind of mathematical method to answer the question, including the shortcuts, including the cheating way. Cheating the math way. So we categorize those as street math or school math or strategies. So strategy basically means like, do we have a slide for that? No. Nope. Do we have a slide for that? Okay. Well, I don't have that kind of thing. Okay. Strategies means educated guess. So when you see the question, you don't know how to handle, but somehow you have a feeling, I can plug in the numbers to test which one's right. Yeah, you can just do that, no problem. Or some common sense, you just use a strategy to do that. But what is street math? What is school math? You probably know what the school math is. That's one you learned in school. But what is street math? Street math is you learned from your brother, sister, or friends. Somehow it's not really mathematical, but it's pretty effective. The method is pretty effective. That kind of method called street math. For example, like this one. Well, what is the average of those numbers? Oh, everybody know how to do that, right? Bay Area parents are highly educated. You can add them up and divide by the number. You got the average. Take you some time, you will get the answer, 21, right? But this is school math. School taught you this one. But street math is this one. Take a look at the sequence. It's pretty harmonic, pretty smooth, evenly paced. Where is average? This middle one. You don't even need to calculate it, right? This is called the street math, all right? I think you learned this a long time ago. Just use it, no problem, no penalty. And how about this one? The second question is a little bit different, a little bit difficult. Joe's average on the 4 tests before is 82. Well, Joe says, I promised my mom I have to study harder to get a higher average. Joe says, wants to go to 85, okay? What grade does he need on his 5th test to raise his average to 85? Oh, let's see. This is school math. School math says you have 82 average for the past 4. What's the total score you got? Oh, total score? Yeah. You add the extra one. You divide by this new average should be 85. Correct. You can solve that way, right? It takes a little bit long time. A little bit long time. Eventually, you got your answer. Well, however, you can also do this way. Since you have 82 for average for the past 4 tests, you can consider this 82, 82, 82, 82. So the 5th test has to be at least 85 to begin with, right? Because you want average 85. You can see the responsibility on the 5th test. You have to move 3 more points to cover this 82, 3 more points cover the other 82, another 3 points, another 3 points. That's all you have to do, right? If you forgot how to do this, you can just do that, no problem. Add it back, right? So, based on the street math, you got a 97. The answers are identical. It doesn't matter which way you use, right? Do we have a high school student here? Anybody in high school? You are? Oh, okay, doesn't matter. Let's try the next one. Next one is fun, right? Oh, can you solve the absolute value?